Hey wives, come into the room. Let's tap in. My name is Bree, and I'm a wife, a mom of two, as well as a business owner. So about a week and a half ago, I posted a video where I was basically just giving advice or tips to like a new bride or a new groom, whatever the case may be. And it basically stemmed from us leaving a wedding, and at that wedding, we had to give advice to the bride and groom. And so from that, I did receive a couple of messages. Someone said, hey, I'm just now getting engaged. Do you have any more advice or tips? Someone said, I'm like in year 2 of my marriage. We're struggling in this area. Can you offer any tips? And I said, of course. Now, I am nobody's expert whatsoever. My husband and I will be married for 10 years this May, which is no small feat, but we are still learning each other every single day. So we are no expert whatsoever. But if there's anything that I can share, any tips that can help a marriage, I most certainly will. So one thing that we learned, and that's very important in marriage, is communication. Before you get married, you guys are two independent individuals. You probably have communicated a certain way your entire life, and now you becoming one with someone who may have a completely different communication style than you. That is important to know. For instance, my husband has always been the type of person that likes to handle and tackle problems head on. Let's get to the root of it and let's fix it. He has always been like that. For me, I'm more so of a processor. I don't like to speak out of emotions because I know that sometimes emotions are not facts. Our emotions go up and down. We can feel this way right now. 20 minutes later, we can feel a different way. So to avoid speaking out of emotion and possibly saying something that I did not mean, I like to go ahead and process things. It was a problem in the beginning because I have my husband who's trying to come and talk to me immediately, and I'm like, hey, I need some space, right? I don't want to talk about it right now. Give me a moment so I can go and process it. But on the other hand, he's thinking that I don't want to communicate with him because I'm not ready to tackle it head on. So it's not saying that we were communicating wrong. We just been communicating differently our whole life, and now we're trying to meet each other in the middle. So I would say that is definitely a piece of advice that I would give any bride, any groom, any wife, any husband. Make sure you guys are learning each other's communication style. Now you have to be able to meet in the middle. So for us, if we're ever having a problem, although my husband wants to go ahead and tackle the problem right here and there, he's learned to go ahead and just allow me some time to process, right? Now, what I'm not going to do is take a whole week or a whole month to process my feelings. I'm not going to do that. I want to also make sure that the problem is solved. So I maybe give myself 30 minutes to an hour, maybe a day, just to process things. I may write some things down, and then I would come to my spouse and like, hey, let's talk about it. So that's what worked for us, and that's how we meet in the middle. But it is so important to make sure that you're recognizing the two communication styles, because as they always say, communication is extremely important in marriage, and I definitely agree.